Pedersen and Hoaglander will be available tomorrow? Or
They're at this moment they're day to day. They're pretty sore and banged up. So we'll see what 24 hours does. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you for sure either way.
And it was nice to see Thatcher out there for a full practice. What did you like, and what do you?
Well, he's had the net here about 3 times now. So that's probably as close to the full practice that he's had so far. But he's starting to feel pretty good. So we'll see what happens.
For a practice day, what did you want the focus to be today with this one?
Well, I mean, obviously, I liked our game. I mean, if we can have that same effort, you might be on the right side a lot more. But there's teachable moments, like, on a couple of goals, if we're in position, coming off a change, things like that we got to stay more consistent on, because it's a game of inches, right? You give the interior up, even if you give a couple of interior shots, they could go in. So I think this was more of a teaching practice. I wasn't really concerned about the pace. We've played a lot of hockey, a lot of flying right now, so it was more of a teaching practice.
that not all losses are created equal. Was that one of the harder ones when the guys come in today and you got to get back to work? Is that one of the harder ones just to put behind you?
It's a hard one, yeah, because it's adversity. I mean, obviously, we're running out of games, and we can't fall too far back. It seems like, and you can't complain of bounces here and there, because we've had our bounces in the past. We're not getting them, and you make your own bounces. But for the most part, a lot of guys gave a lot. They played hard. They played hard last night or yesterday afternoon, and you got to let it go. It's playoff hockey in our minds, and you got to play a tough Jersey Devil game coming up.
What's the difference, if there is one, between maybe urgency and playing smart, particularly this time of year?
It's a great question. You want your players to play desperate urgency hockey, but you still have to control yourself, right? And I think there's something that a good team knows the difference, and it's on coaches like myself and coaches that you got to keep teaching and reps and keep coaching them. You can't get frustrated as a coach if they're not doing it all the time. So it's important that the messaging every day is the same. Sometimes you have to give the players a breath of fresh air, something different to open their mind. But hockey IQ and for me and dealing with pressure, right? That's what hockey is. It's certain moments of a game. Most of the game is played evenly, but sometimes there's 20% where you got to handle the pressure moments. How do you handle a rush? How do you score in a 3-on-2? Are you willing to go to the net at a certain time? You might get a rough ride in front, but it's a moment that I need to be there. So these are the pressure moments that you're looking for.
And that being said, can you talk to how Quinn, as captain of this team, has dealt with that pressure?
Yeah, well, he wants to win so bad. He works at his game. Obviously, the puck's on his stick a lot. He wants those moments. He wants to win so bad, and he's a guy in the room too. When he's playing, we're a different team, right? And he's got that common influence. Saying that, sometimes he wants to win so bad that he wants to try to do it himself sometimes, and he's so much better at that over the last couple of years, where he's starting to realize, okay, I can't be one-on-one too much, because it's almost impossible to every game kind of put the team on your shoulder. So I think he's starting to learn that a lot right now.
Will someone join this team from Abbotsford tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to talk to Patrick. I think Ratu's going to come up.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.